This is an example. This is used in restaurants where they push plates on here, and they push it on the top. And when they push it on top, then it causes all these plates to go down. And then when they take one off, they pop it off. Then all these go up. So this plate down here at the very bottom, unless you go through all the plates, probably will not be accessed. This is the idea of creating a stack. You got like a stack of plates, and we're going to take a look at a little bit of code for this. Okay, so I'm going to do a file, new project, Java application, and I'll give it that. But I want to uncheck if it says create main class. Uncheck that because we don't want that checked, and then click finish. Okay, it pops up over here. I'm going to right click on Java application name, choose new, and choose JFrame form. And you can leave it called that. You can name it something different if you want, and then I'll click finish. And then this will bring up our GUI window, so we can add some swing controls to it. And I'm going to have a text field. So I'll click this and drag it over here, drop it. I'll drop a button, goes with it, and then I'll drop a text field somewhere. Text area, sorry. Okay. Now I want to give this text field a name. So I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say change variable name, and I call it the num. I'm going to input numbers in there. And you see over here is also the properties, and you see there's one here that says text. I can come over here and I can highlight text and backspace and press enter on that and get rid of that text. Now I hate this resizing it does, but we'll live with it. There we go. Now the button here, see how it says J button 1, we can come over here and we can change that to add. Okay. So this right here is called the num, and you can see over here, I can see the name of it. I want to give this a name. I'll call it the list. So I right click on it, choose variable name, and the list. Not very good variable names, but good enough. Okay, now I'm going to click on the add here, then I'll right click. I left click the first time there, and choose events, choose mouse, and mouse clicked. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put my code at. Well, I'm going to be loading these not only into the text area, but I'm going to be loading them into a linked list. So I'm going to come up here and I'll say import java.util.asterisk, and I guess I'll put it right here. This is going to be my linked list. So I do a linked list. And I'm trying to remember the syntax. Okay, less than object there, and I give it a name equals linked list. I don't think I need anything there. Let's see if I got something wrong. Let me think. Do I need object there? Legal start of expression. Oh, well, I'm forgetting my new. There we go. And so then down here, I don't know what that's doing exactly. When I scroll like that, I'm looking for where I have my code at. There it is. J button 1 mouse clicked. I'll click after this to do comment and press enter. Okay, and now I'm going to do string s, and I want to retrieve the number that's input into that. So I'm going to, let me see, s is equal to the num dot get text. There, that should retrieve it. And I'm not converting it to an integer at this point. I'll come back to that. And then the list dot set texts. And I'm going to do, let me see, I'm going to do the list.getText, so this will get whatever's in the text area, plus, and then I'm going to concatenate S on there, like that. So again, this will get whatever's in the current text area and concatenate a space, and then whatever is in that that blank. Let me run that to test it. It'll come up and say does not have a main class, like the main class, and that's fine. You can click OK. Okay. So I'll come down here, I'll put 3 in, click add, and it puts 3. 5, 7, so forth. Looks like it puts a space here at the beginning, which I'm guessing, I'm going to go back to design, so I'll click this button that says design. I'm guessing initially my text is a space. It doesn't look like it. Huh. Oh well, not that it matters for what we're doing. Okay, so we just input a number here and drops it there. We want to add it into the linked list though, so I'm going to click back here to source. And come here. And I'm going to say, let's see, integer I. And I'll say I is equal to, let's see if I can get this right. Integer dot parse int, and I'm going to change string to integer. Now I'm going to drop that in my linked list. I think I called it LL linked list. So I'm going to do LL dot, and I'll do an add, and I'll drop I in. Okay. Well, we need to print off the results to see what the linked list looks like as we're working with it. We have another button here and another text area. Text area. Okay, I'll right click the button, say edit text, and I'll say print list. And this one I'll give a name. I'll right click on it, say change variable name. I'll call it the list2. There we go. And now I'm going to come over here, left click this, and I'll right click on it and say events, choose mouse, and choose mouse clicked. And let me see, I'll say the list2 dot SetText, and then I'll put in my linked list dot I'm looking if there's a collection to print everything. Remove all, set, retain all, sublist to array. Okay, I don't see anything. We can always do a toString, and that should convert it to a string. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I'll come up here, put 3 in, click add, 4, add. Oops, sometimes that doesn't take. There it goes. And we put 8 in and add. Now if I do a print list, see how it does 3, 4, 8. I did an add, so I added it here. When I did my next add, it added this one, and then my next add did this one. Okay. Well, instead of doing add, let me comment this out. Let me do an LL dot, and you see there's push and pop. Push is like where you're pushing the plate onto the stack, and pop is where you're taking a plate off. So let's do a push, and I'll push I on there. See how that changes it. 3, 4, 5, and then I click this. Now, first thing I did is I put 3 in, so it had 3 here, and then I did 4, and then it pushed 3 down and put 4 before it, and then I did 5, and it pushed the 3 and 4 down and put 5 as my first one. So this shows you a push. Now we could put some pops in here. let's do that. And we drop a button on here. And text field, I guess. And this one button, I'll right click on it and I'll say edit text. And I'll say Poppet. Then I'm going to right click on the text field and say change variable name. And I'll call this, I don't know, the text. Real informative. I better go back to sleep. Okay, edit text. I'll do a backspace, press enter, resizes it against my wishes. I could do absolute value or absolute placement on it, but that's good what we're doing. Okay, so what do I call this now? The text. There it is. So let me right click on the button and I'll say events, mouse click. Okay, and I want to say the text dot set text ll dot, what does pop give me though? Pop gives me an object. That's not good because I don't think set text will work against the object now. So let me do a Poppet, and then I'll do toString. You can always do a toString. That's a kind of universal on everything, which is what SetText is looking for. Well, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so put 3 here. 3, 4, 5. I notice that sometimes with NetBeans, I have to click the button twice for some reason. Okay, let me print the list, and I see 5, 4, 3. Okay, let me pop it. Pops my first one off. Pops off 5. Now if I do a print list, see I got 4 and 3. Pop it here. Now if I do a print list, see I got 3. Pop it one more time, gives me 3. Now if I do a print list, you see it's empty. Now if I do a pop it again, it should probably give me an error. Yeah, no such element. I didn't put any error checking on this. You know, if I was putting this into production, I'd want to do some error checking to make sure that when I pop it, that there's something actually to pop. Now the book gives a good example of when would you want to use the stacking. They show like a calculator, order of operations type of deal. They give you that example. We're not going to go into that depth in this video, but there are times when it is very nice. When I took a compilers course in computer science, we use this idea, so it becomes very useful at that point. Saves you a lot of coding if you use that. Now, even more than that, let's look at all the different functionality that linked list gives you. So let me do an ll dot. Let's see, there's get, returns it at a certain item, get first, get last, peek, trees but does not remove the head of this list. Okay, so a pop would remove it, peek just looks at it. Some of these I never have used. Peek first, retrieves but does not remove first element. Peek last, gets the last element, I'm assuming? Yeah, last element. Poll retrieves and removes the head of this list. Wonder how that differs than pop. Retrieves and removes the first element of this list, returns null if this list is empty. Let's go down to pop, see what it says. Pops an element from in other words, removes and returns the first element of this list. This method is equivalent to remove first. I don't see anything about it returning null. Okay, throws an error. So the other one would give you a little bit more control where it'd give you return null. So you can check for that. And then remove first, remove last. And you can use iterators against this. So just like any other collection we're looking at here, you can use your iterator against this. So if you want to use that to go through it. So again, linked list gives you more functionality than the array list. The book does talk about, maybe it's not the book. No, I was reading a website where it did some comparison on the memory usage, and it said that if you can use array list, you don't need all that functionality that goes along with linked lists, and you should, because it does use more memory. How accurate is website I read? I didn't verify it at all. Used to be memory was very important. Anymore, with as much power as computers have, it's not as important as it used to be. So the website might have been wrong. But anyway, that shows you an example of a linked list.